What's up, everybody? This is a special, not super planned or regular schedule to our entertainment here. We have Lauren of She Got Sports. For the off season, guys, what I want to do is just bring in different creators within the NFL space to shine light and to collab. So, Lauren, I appreciate you being willing to do this. How are you doing today so far?
No, thank you for offering this. Like, I was so excited for this, but yeah, everything's going good and just pumped to be here.
You're in New York, right?
Yes, I am.
So is it, I don't even know the time difference. Is it 11 a.m. there or 1 p.m.? Because it's 12 here.
It's 1 p.m., like 1:09. Okay. That's why when you said Central, I was like, yeah, I think it's 1 hour behind, I'm going to assume.
Dude, I'm so horrible at all the other time zones. Like Brandon Perna will be like mountain time. And I'm like.
Yeah, that's the one that's the most confusing, mountain time. Because I feel like it's the smallest one. Mountain
I'll be like, bro, what is that in Central? Or I'll have to Google it and then confirm it. I'll be like, all right, so is that this in Central time? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you being willing to do this. You know, it's funny. I feel like I've seen you a little bit here and there through the Twitter spaces because we have just some mutuals. Like, have you been on Clickbait before? And you've interacted with any of those guys from Clickbait? Like Brandon Perna, Grassi?
Yeah, I've been on Grassi's once, I want to say.
Okay.
Me and Tom.
Yeah.
And I interact with those guys. 5.
Mm-hmm.
They're all really nice guys. Nice gents.
So I kind of knew you from that, but I'll say this, the first video. So, okay, I saw some of your like live stream reactions to games, but then the first real video that I think I watched and I've been kind of watching off and on since was when Toney got traded from the Giants to the Chiefs. Because and that video did really well in the algorithm.
Yeah, that's what that was like one of my first videos to do really well, and it was just one cut. It was weird, like one cut.
It was like 70. It has like 70K, and it was like the real reason why Toney got traded, and so I was like, oh, okay, why? I want to know. So I've been intrigued, and I was like, okay, a fellow creator. I think you're at 40 something K, I believe, maybe close to 50 even by now.
Yeah, we're
at 47.
I think we hit 47 yesterday, I want to say. Let me check.
Yeah, you're at 47.2. I just
47, 47.
Checked it over there.
245.
How long have you been covering NFL stuff on the, like, I see the channel was made in like 2014. So have you always covered NFL stuff on here?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I started the channel like in 2014. I think I started posting in, I want to say it was 2016. Like, I was high school. Like, I just started doing random stuff because I wanted to go into sports broadcasting. It was almost like mimicking like ESPN kind of.
Okay.
And then I'd post very infrequently. And then once I got to college, which was 2017, is when I actually started posting. I guess like once you actually get like a college schedule and you're not at school like 12 hours a day, you can actually post. And that's when I started posting. And that's when I started taking it more seriously. I was like, oh, like, that's when I started doing the reactions to the Giants videos. Not the Giants videos, the Giants games. That literally started because I was frustrated and it was like week 1, so I just got to college and there was like no one to vent to. That's literally how that started. It was like a game versus the Cowboys, I think. And I just like was like, oh, let me just pick up the camera.
You're out of college now? Or are you still in school?
Yeah, I graduated in 2021.
Okay. What's your degree in? Is it in sports? Something?
Yeah, it's new. My school didn't have a sports broadcasting degree, but they have a sports broadcasting, like a radio station where a lot of like sports broadcasters went. Like,
nice.
Michael, like, it's more New York people, I would say, because I went to school in New York. Like Michael Kay, who does the Yankees, like Mike Breen, went there. So like that's where you get like your sports broadcasting education, I guess, like through the radio station. But my degree was in like new media and digital design or something. Or nice, something. It's good to say who paid all that money for your degree or something.
Well, so you're like officially trained then. So you need to teach me the ropes, basically. You just recently graduated. It was 2021. Are you working and doing YouTube as you're able? What's that kind of look like for you?
Yeah, so it's a funny story about that. So my junior year of college, I started interning at John Boy Media. I don't know how many people like it's more baseball centric.
Okay.
But I started interning there. If anyone's familiar with them, like Jimmy does the breakdowns, John Boy. Jimmy does the breakdowns, like the lip readings and stuff. So I started interning there my junior year of college. Like I went to the office once when they were in the Bronx. Actually, it was the week before COVID started.
Okay.
So I went there once, we were good time. Then COVID hit and like city shut down. I left my apartment, went back with my parents. I never went back to school, like because school never was in person again. So I worked there like virtually throughout COVID and school and all that. It's a great place to work. Like I can't say enough good things about Jimmy and Jake, like two like really down to earth good guys, like really great people. And then basically I graduated and I was like, oh, I want to do this full time. Like I want to take that risk now. Like while I'm on my parents' health insurance, So I told
Yeah.
them, I was like, listen, there was tears, I was literally like a mess. Like when I was like snot train coming out of my nose, like, gross, like cry, like I was. But I literally I was home for whatever year and a half, saved up money. I felt like I had secure enough, whatever parents' health insurance. I was like, well, if I'm gonna take a risk, do it now. And I'm 21 years old, so yeah, that's what I've been doing ever since.
Wow. How's that been for you?
It's been good. It's definitely like it was cool looking of how it's grown from like tax season whatever now. Just like how things have changed in 1 year. Like just where I was
Yeah.
the first year I did it compared to the second year, and you're like, all right, if I just keep on track, like I'll be good, hopefully set. I mean, it's also just me. I don't have like a family to take care of. Like I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't have like, it's just me I have to support. So, but
Yeah, that's the best
it's been
time.
good.
That's like the best time to do it. Like I made the leap full time back in September, but there's a lot of weight there because I'm married, 2 kids,
Yeah,
we got a mortgage.
exactly.
I was working a full-time salary job with full health benefits, like all that stuff, and I
That's
had
the
to weigh
big
all
thing.
that
Yeah,
out.
the health insurance. That's what I'm scared of. What 26? I think is when I have to get off of my parents' health insurance. But I'm like, that's the big. I feel like that's one of the biggest things. It's like
Yeah.
health insurance is expensive. Like,
Well, and then you live on the East Coast. Like I live in Kansas City. I'm born and raised a Chiefs fan, born and raised in the area here, and it's a lot cheaper to live here. So you might have to move out to the Midwest and get some good
yeah,
barbecue. And I'm sure
yeah,
like it's
Texas. Yeah,
expensive there.
yeah, it is. I guess I'm just used to it because I've been here the whole time. But yeah, it
Right.
kind of sucks, like rent and stuff.
Well, hey, I'm rooting for you, and that's one reason I wanted to collab was just to say what's up, talk football, and then if there's some people here that watch this, they don't know about your channel and your content. I mean, you're doing a bunch of stuff on your channel. I mean, you just did something recently about Travis Kelce. You did something about I don't have your channel pulled up, but it was on like all the first round draft picks and where they're at.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of
Um,
shorts recently, for better, for worse. The
yep.
shorts have
Yeah,
pulled me in lately.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of shorts. I mean, they really help grow the channel. I'm still experimenting on like how that crossover looks for like long form videos and live streams. But they've been growing the channel. They don't pay a lot. At least I
Yeah.
haven't been paid a lot for shorts yet. But yeah, I'm a big proponent. What are your thoughts? So I know you're a Giants fan, but what are your thoughts so far? Just on the offseason so far, NFL wide, any surprising moves for you? I mean, for me personally, like the Derek Carr one was interesting to see with the Saints, with him being a former Raider. And then, the Daniel Jones move, which I'll talk to you about, like he didn't move, but he got like a lot of money. And I'm curious to know
Yeah.
your thoughts on that. And then I'll be curious to see what happens if the Aaron Rodgers thing actually, if he ends up going to the Jets or not. What are your thoughts on the offseason so far?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like kind of like joke at me for the Daniel Jones thing, like, oh, they really paid him that much money. Like people who aren't Giants fans, joking at me like, oh my God, can't believe they paid him that much money. It's not my money, but it
Right.
just I think it just shows what the quarterback market is. It's like sick. It makes you sick kind of to look at it. like today because he just got paid, this cycle, this year. So where it compares to other quarterback money like Mahomes, you're like, what? But you hope just he plays well this year, and then you hope like the market continues to rise a lot. So when you go look at the contracts, he's not that high up on the list, so you can.
Are you a Daniel?
So you can
Are
feel
you a
better
Daniel
about
Jones?
yourself.
Are you a fan of Daniel Jones? Like, are you happy with the move?
Or
the extension, rather.
Confusing thoughts on Daniel Jones. A lot of people, like Giants Twitter, is so divided. It's like Daniel Jones truthers and Daniel Jones haters.
Okay. Yeah.
And I kind of fall in the middle. I want what's best for the team. I think he has potential, but I also think he's underperformed no matter what the situation is around him. I think last year was a huge step in the right direction. So let's give it another year. Like, let's run it back. Let's see what happens. So
what do you think about so Kadarius Toney gets traded? What were your thoughts on that when it happened, with him coming over to Kansas City? And then maybe, since I am predominantly a Chiefs news channel, I'll ask you a couple Chiefs questions as well.
For sure.
But what were your thoughts when the Kadarius Toney trade happened? It didn't seem like from your initial video you were surprised.
No.
But yeah, what were your thoughts when that initially happened and that went down last season?
I felt like it was definitely something that was coming just because he wasn't playing. And then when he was playing week 1, like he wasn't on the field, like he was benched a lot, and you're like, oh, something's definitely like going on, So I wasn't super shocked by it. You obviously don't like trading a first round pick the year after you drafted them. Obviously not ideal, but since he did kind of prevent the Eagles from winning the Super Bowl, kind of fair deal. Like, you're kind of like, oh, it's worth it, You're like, all right.
Okay,
it was it's kind of, first round pick, you had a third round pick back, but the Eagles didn't win the Super Bowl, and I didn't have to listen to that for a whole 6 months. So it's kind of like, okay, like it really did work out. Like, it was meant to be.
So that was a question I had for you, was your kind of thoughts and mindset seeing, because I was curious, like when Kadarius Toney had the longest punt return in Super Bowl history and he scored the wide open touchdown in the Super Bowl, I was like, I wonder what Giants fans are thinking right now. It seemed like at least you personally didn't mind it.
I feel like a lot of us were like, yeah, like especially because it was versus the Eagles. A lot of Giants fans were like, yeah, let's go. Like, the prophecy is fulfilled. Like, Kadarius Toney, like Eagles game breaker. Like, look at him. Like, this is like his dedication to the Giants, whatever. Even though obviously it wasn't. But I feel like a lot of Giants fans were like just so happy that the Eagles weren't gonna lose. That the Eagles were gonna lose the Super Bowl. That everyone was just like, yeah, that's our guy, Kadarius Toney.
Okay, so it seems like your disdain for the Eagles outweighed the fact that Kadarius Toney was no longer, that it didn't work out. A first round pick or not, it didn't work out. He moved on. Seems like you were more happy about just the fact that the Eagles lost or were losing than the fact that Kadarius Toney was balling out. Because some Giants fans are like, God, I just can't believe I'm watching Kadarius Toney do this in the Super Bowl right now, basically. So I was just curious about that.
Like, oh, my mic's doing the thing again. I see it. It's changing its levels by itself. The ghost in here. You can't control this thing. I can just see my levels going boop, boop, boop. It's changing my mic input automatically. But, things don't work out. Things don't always work out. And I'm just a believer in, well, whatever is meant to be is meant to be. And it would, just because it worked out with the Chiefs doesn't mean it would work out with the Giants, Like, if he was on the Giants, I don't know if he would have done that. You know what I'm saying? Like, different situations work better for different players. So it just happy to see him do well with the Chiefs. Maybe, it just wasn't a fit with the Giants.
Giants, you guys beat the Vikings, right, in the playoffs? Was that what it was?
Yeah, that was the one team we beat in the playoffs.
So I had been saying this pretty consistently, that the Vikings were the biggest frauds to enter the postseason, and I predicted the Giants to win. I got a guy over here who's a Vikings fan too, so I'm talking about it. But like I said Giants are winning. Kirk Cousins is getting exposed. It did go down to the wire. It was a good game, but I saw you guys pulling that dub out.
Yeah, it was. I predicted them to win that game and then lose versus the Eagles when I did my playoff bracket. So I guess it kind of worked out how I thought it would. But it was wishful thinking. Me saying, I think they're gonna win too. Like, I mean, they hadn't won in so long, so I definitely enjoyed that. That was definitely enjoyable.
No, that was great. So, okay, this recently happened this offseason, and then I'll circle back to the Chiefs for a couple more questions. But it's so interesting to me how you guys get a 3rd-round pick and a 6th-round conditional, I think is what it was, or a comp pick. Yeah, it was a comp pick from the Ryan Poles going over to Chicago. We gave you that, the 3rd-rounder. I don't remember the order of actually which was the comp pick. Anyway, doesn't matter because you guys ended up using that 3rd-round pick to go and trade for Darren, the Baller Waller is what I call him, from the Raiders. Are you happy with that move? I secretly, well, not even secretly, I, as a Chiefs fan, I like seeing Darren Waller get out of the AFC West. Thank you guys for that. It was interesting. Like, we not only, as Chiefs fans, got DeRuse Toney, but that trade then resulted in Darren Waller getting out of the AFC West. And I like to see that a lot.
Just win-win all
around. Are you happy
with
that?
Yeah, I love the trade. Tight end position for the Giants that needed improvement, even though the rookie Bellinger, when he was healthy, he was decent for sure. But when Waller's healthy, he's definitely a top 5 tight end. I know he's getting up there in age now, and he has to stay 30. Healthy. Yeah. So it's the big thing is if he's going to be healthy. But I think it was the 100th overall pick. For the 100th overall pick, like I'll do that trade all the time.
Okay.
For a guy who's a top 5 tight end when he's healthy.
It's interesting. So the Chiefs got DeRuse Toney, who, if healthy, when healthy, is an elite, potentially elite, but definitely a threat. Like, his athleticism.
He can be a game breaker, yeah.
Yeah, like if DeRuse Toney could be healthy all season or most of next season, it's easily 1,000 yards from scrimmage. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. It's interesting. So we get Toney, who, if healthy, when healthy, is great. And it's kind of the same for you guys. You get Darren Waller, who, if healthy, is a top 5 tight end. So, for y'all's sake, I kind of hope, and now that he's not a Raider, I'm rooting for the guy. Like I never wish well-being on any player. Like it's just a game at the end of the day. Like I don't want to see injuries, but I never root for the Raiders to like succeed. But now that like Derek Carr's with the Saints, like, hey man, I hope he does well. Darren Waller's with the Giants. I hope he does well. So I hope that whatever these injury issues are of his, that he can kind of overcome them and kind of ball out for you guys. And thanks for taking him away from the AFC West. I really appreciate that.
I know now a lot of guys leaving the AFC West. Or Drew Tranquil came to you guys from the Chargers. AFC West. Little betrayal.
That was a good grab. That was a good grab for us.
I thought the Giants might try to get him too.
You know who I was hoping the Chiefs would possibly try to get was going to be Darius Slayton. Just with our wide receiver.
I saw your tweets about that. I know my mic's going down. I'm sorry about that. But I was hoping the Giants didn't let him go, and I'm happy he didn't. But I thought that was super interesting that you guys wanted him. It makes sense. A speed guy who deep threat, like that makes sense for your system. Where did Hardman sign again? Jets, right? Jets, yeah.
Yeah, our wide receiver room's a bit thin, so I was just looking at options when Juju went to the Patriots, McColl to the Jets,
whoa,
and then
you guys are wow. Yeah, whoa, you guys are really thin.
Justin Watson is a free agent still, so that's 3 of our 6. We still have Toney, MVS, and Sky Moore right now, and then we have a couple guys like on the practice squad. People are, potentially excited about Justin Ross, potentially excited about John Ross.
Justin Ross. I forgot about.
We have J. Ross squared, on the practice squad, or they're signed to futures deals. But
Justin Ross is he's supposed to be healthy this year, right? Like he did the surgery last summer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been some training footage of him that's recently surfaced, and everybody's kind of buzzing about it. We'll see. I'm tapering my expectations, but I am rooting for the guy. But I was
that would be crazy. Oh my gosh. Like where he was before, pre-draft, before he got injured, like when he was still underclassman at Clemson.
Yeah, he
I don't
balled
know.
out freshman year,
Was it a
sophomore year
back
did pretty
injury,
well
right?
too. Yeah, that back fusion, and then had a couple
Yeah.
foot surgeries. What are your thoughts on the Chiefs in general? Just like as a fan of football, what are your thoughts on Mahomes, Andy Reid? I'd be curious to just hear your
Oh yeah,
outsider
for
thoughts.
sure. I love Mahomes. Mahomes is the only non-Giants jersey I have. I have a Mahomes
Okay,
jersey, not with me here actually, but I do have a Mahomes jersey because I really like his style of play and um, just who doesn't like watching him. One of the worst things I did though is his rookie season. Before he even played, I bought like a signed Mahomes rookie card for $40, and then I sold
you got
it.
rid of it.
Got rid of it for like $80, and I
No,
don't even want to look to know what it's worth now. I don't even
no
want,
way.
because I liked him, so I bought like a signed rookie card like for $40 on eBay.
Oh,
I don't even
how?
want to know.
Oh
So
man.
I do have another one now that I bought, just plain, not even signed. It's not one of the it wasn't one of the nicer ones. Let me you know what? Let me look on eBay. I know which kind it was. I forget what it was called, but
Oh, okay. Because
it was
look
like
at
a
this.
very baseline one. Let me
I'm
see.
looking at this. Patrick Mahomes instant access rookie signed card for $6,000. It's not this one, is it?
No, it wasn't. I wonder how much it would be. It was. Oh, here. Oh God, here's one. 3,500. Oh God, I see it. It was a 2017 Elite Patrick Mahomes pen pals. Buy now, $3,999. I sold that for like $80.
Why'd you sell it? Just curious.
I think I just wanted a different card, like I was like, oh,
Okay.
I want to buy like a different thing, like I was
Okay.
younger, like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna trade it for this one, whatever. Wow, that's a all-time bag fumble right there. Couple thousand
Dang.
dollars.
I'm so sorry to
Don't
look
even,
that
I
up
just
for
sold
you.
an Aaron Judge card too. I sold an Aaron Judge autograph rookie for like 300. It's going for like over 3,000 now.
Oh my gosh. I've never collected cards. I collected Pokemon cards when I was like in elementary school
Uh-huh.
when those were popping. But like I don't
Yeah.
have any cards, so I don't know like a lot of people ask me like, "Do you collect football cards?" I'm like, "Well, no. I don't even know where to begin." So, that's crazy that they can actually move up that much in value. That is absolutely insane.
Yeah, no one asked me to help them with when to sell and when to buy investments.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah, just yeah.
What do
L.
you think about I mean, speaking of Mahomes, like kind of watching him through the years, like just as a fan of football, are you kind of just like you just shake your head like, "Oh my gosh," as the things you see? Does it annoy you? Is it
No, it
fun? Like
definitely doesn't annoy me. Like people are like, "Oh, he's gonna be like the new Brady now." The new when someone's great, they have to be villainized because they get all the coverage and everyone's hyping them up on sports media networks and ESPN and all that, and then they become villainized because I guess we always like an underdog story, but like, how do you not enjoy that as a lover of football? Like, how do you not be like, wow, like I appreciate that? And it's not even like the Chiefs are some super team. Like, if you look at them on paper, they're not like this super built team. I would argue that other teams had better rosters. I think if you look at the Bengals on paper, I think they probably have a better roster last year
mhm.
with that wide receiver group. And
Yeah.
I mean, the O line on paper, I thought was going to be better than it was, but like, like I loved like if you just like I can't talk right now, but if you look at how much he's achieved at such a young age,
Yeah.
it's like okay, he literally has a chance to be the GOAT. Like no disrespect to Tom Brady. I'm a Giants fan and I like Tom Brady. Like it took me a long time, but like I've come to that
Yeah.
development of my life where I'm like, this is a GOAT. Like this is just respect what you've seen. But 2 MVPs, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 Super Bowls. Like what? Like stacked. Like his hardware is stacked. Like it's actually insane. Like he literally just gets it done. And I'm just excited because when I was younger, Tom Brady was drafted like right when I was born. So I
That's
didn't really
crazy.
see early Tom Brady. I was like 1 when he was drafted, I think. So I didn't see early Tom Brady. Like Tom Brady was in the NFL for my whole life, which is kind of crazy to think about. And now I'm Mahomes. I'm a teenager. I was a teenager when he got drafted and stuff in early college. I can remember and actively watch and be like, wow, I can experience this from start to finish, which I think is really cool to be able to see that. Like, I remember when I was watching The Last Dance, I was like, wow, that must have been so cool to watch Michael Jordan, like, just see this whole thing play out live. Like, that must have been crazy just to watch the development.
Yeah, I was born in the 90s, and I remember as a kid watching, we weren't a big basketball family, but I remember seeing MJ a little bit. And I don't remember exactly when he retired, but I know I was young. And, I remember family members saying, hey, you're witnessing history. So that's kind of the same with what we're seeing right now. Well, what people saw with Brady, but then what we're seeing right now with Patrick Mahomes, it's really crazy. I've been a Chiefs fan. I was born into a Chiefs family. And so we watched the Chiefs lose for a long time. And then, Andy Reid comes 2013, things started moving up. And then when they got Mahomes, I mean, it's been a whirlwind and just like, is this real? Is this real life? So it's been a blast. And yeah, I have really no complaints. It's crazy to see. It's crazy to see just what they're able to do to kind of move back. Yeah, I mean, on paper, like some of these teams had better rosters than the Chiefs for sure. I think the Eagles on paper, for the most part, even in the Super Bowl, probably had, if you lined up their position groups, they probably had better roster aside from, I would argue, QB, tight end. I mean, they didn't have Chris Jones. The Chiefs had their few key pieces, but I think they're coached really well. The rookies stepped up. The defense continues to get better. It was the second youngest defense in the NFL last year, by average age, which is crazy. But yeah, I mean, they shut Joe Burrow down in the AFC Championship game when it mattered. So they did move in ways that I did not necessarily expect at the beginning of the season, just because of how young they were. But yeah, it's been a crazy time. And just what you said, like Mahomes sometimes just forces things and makes things happen. Whether he has two legs, one leg, his kneecap is in the back of his leg. It's all good.
It's crazy. A sprained ankle is literally what do you have, a grade 2 or something? It was literally
I said grade 2. Yeah,
torn ligaments. And he's just out there doing it.
Hey, Ladner Morse sent us a $10 super chat. Mock available? I don't have any mock drafts that I've done yet. Do you have any? Are you doing any mock draft stuff?
I haven't done any yet. I might do one. I've honestly been so behind on my draft stuff. Just kind of the direction I've had the channel, I've really not done a ton of draft stuff or any draft stuff. I could probably put together a nice casual first round mock, but it wouldn't be expert, Don't come to me for your mock drafts if you're looking for expert prediction.
Yeah, I'm in the process of bringing on an editor. We're starting an NFL channel as well, so I'm gonna be double dipping a little bit. So I am in up to my eyeballs and behind the scenes work. So it's a good time to do it.
That's the thing that
takes
up a lot of time is the behind the scenes stuff. It's oh, you don't even realize you're oh my god, I have numbers and.
I kind of miss the beginning days sometimes of all I did at the beginning of this channel was I'm just going to make a video and post it. But now, since I do it full time now, it's there's so many logistics now, with sponsored ad deals.
Okay, my camera
stuff
just
that.
Overheated. So
that's okay. What do you use for a camera?
I use a Sony A6100, I want to say. It just said it overheated. So
it's all good.
Sorry about that, everyone.
No, you're all right. I mean, we were going to wrap up anyway, but it's funny you say that. I was do you have a Sony? Because I use Sony as well. You might.
That's the first thing I noticed what camera do you use? Because the first time I ever saw your channel, I was oh my gosh, this is so crispy.
I use a Sony A7S III, but I do have to turn the camera's heat to high and not standard because it could overheat. So it might be worth looking into. I don't know if your Sony will be able to do that or not.
I'm definitely going to check that out.
I have one more question.
You have a really good lighting though, right? You know how to design your light. Right? Look at your lighting. Even your background lighting. Yeah, you have a key light. You know what you're doing with your lighting.
I put a lot of time into the lighting. I'm a videographer by trade.
Okay, I was gonna say you definitely had some experience doing this because, like, look at you have the key light, you have the backlighting, like everything is like lit to perfection.
No, I appreciate that. Before we get off, I was going to keep it around 30 minutes. We went live almost 30 minutes ago. I did have a question about Mike Kafka. How are you liking that guy? Because he was with the Chiefs and moved over to the Giants. Offensive coordinator, I believe, right, for the Giants?
Yeah. It's funny because I definitely see a lot of stuff in the red zone that you would see the Chiefs do in the red zone. So much stuff he took from the Chiefs red zone, which I love. Just the movement, the misdirection, like the shovel passes, the even, getting it to a tight end. The tight end's gonna run it into the end zone, kind of like Kelsey-esque stuff.
Yeah.
It's
like
really fun.
Kafka.
It's really fun to watch. Like the red zone just has so much more creativity than it ever had. I mean, we're coming from Jason Garrett as the offensive coordinator. Like, no offense to him, it wasn't spicy. There was nothing creative about it, and it's just such a joy to watch what they're gonna do in the red zone. And it reminds me so much of what you saw with the Chiefs with Kelsey and Mahomes and all that. And that's why I'm so excited for them to bring in Darren Waller, because I think you bring a guy like that in and what Mike Kafka could use him to do in the red zone, like use him. He has a similar, more of a similar skill set to Kelsey than Bellinger does. So I'm really excited to see what they can put together in the red zone.
Yeah, I was excited for him. I was kind of hoping that he would stay around in order to possibly be OC for the Chiefs, because Eric Bieniemy every season was interviewing for head coaching jobs. But I'm happy for him and excited to see his climb. And I mean, between him and Dayball, I mean, I think you guys are in a good place. I like some of your off-season moves too. I mean, just some of the people you brought back. I don't like the QB market just is what it is. I mean, Daniel Jones pretty much had to get paid that, but yeah, I'm excited to see how you guys do. And hey, thanks so much for jumping on and for talking football, talking Giants, Chiefs. And I appreciate your time, Lauren. And if you guys want to, I have her link in the description of this video, her Twitter in the description of this video. You can give her a follow. She's making all kinds of NFL content. And yeah, I just appreciate your time.
No, thank you so much. I'm sorry about all these technical difficulties. This is the first live stream I've done since I moved. So, everything new setup kind of. So
no, that's all right.
Everything decided to just.
I appreciate it's like, that's why I'm like, I hope I never have to move, or that stuff just stresses me out. Like all these cables that I have, that gives me anxiety even just to think about. So one day if I get an office, I'm going to be terrified of all the technical stuff that's going to go wrong.
Right here is probably not okay.
Well, thanks again. Maybe we'll do this again later. If the Chiefs and Giants play each other, we could maybe even collab later in the season. I don't know if they play each other this season, though. I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe. Are you going to the draft?
Again. Well, yeah. So I live like 25 minutes. Are you coming up? You're not coming, are you?
I don't think I am, but I was thinking about it. But I figured you guys are so close, right? It's really close.
Yeah, I live like 25 minutes from Union Station where it's at. I'm going to have a couple guys with me to help put out like a bunch of content. I'm going to stream during the draft, but I'll probably go up there like in the day, like during the days and stuff.
Yeah, because there should be that's what I was thinking, a ton of stuff to record down there.
Yeah, and we're doing a pre-draft event. I hosted a private event at Boulevard Brewery. It's a brewery here in Kansas City. And yeah, we have like 150 people come in, and we're going to like hang out and eat barbecue and drink beer and just
KC barbecue is number one, right?
Number one. Lauren knows.
That's what they say, right? KC barbecue number one.
It is. Well, in my opinion, but I would take that to my grave. But I'm born and raised in KC, a little bit biased.
Okay, again, I gotta come try.
Yeah, come try. Let me know.
I gotta come try it.
We'll take you. Me and my wife will take you to Jack Stack or something, and you can try it. Let me know. Yeah, no worries. Well, have a good rest of your day. What's the next video you plan on dropping? You got content coming this week?
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be a lot of shorts. We got an interesting thing going on with the channel right now, a little reconfiguration might
Okay.
be other channels coming, but
So this
just
is your
yeah,
channel. I've got
that's
it
the
pulled
other
up.
thing. Shorts, the auto thumbnails always do me disgustingly dirty. You can't change the shorts thumbnails unless you're on Android, so
No,
I'm always done dirty by YouTube.
your
Like,
your shorts are like going nuts though. I mean, 500K, 130K, 215, 50, like a million right here. Your shorts are going nuts.
yeah, the shorts I've been doing like a different style of the
1.3?
shorts.
Jeez
Yes,
Louise.
actually, that was a Mahomes video actually. I've been
Oh,
doing
really?
more of a human interest side on the shorts. Yeah, like facts about Patrick Mahomes. I put that out on the Super Bowl. Just like more of a human interest side of things on
Okay.
shorts, like more stories. And yeah, they've been doing well. So we're, just trying to figure out what I do. What my channel is. I feel like we all go through that.
Yep.
Crisis of what do I create? Like, what does my audience actually want? So
Yeah, somebody just asked me like the other day, they're like, what's your vision with this channel for in 2 years? I was like, I don't know, bro. I've only had the channel for a year. So we're
yeah.
just continuing to evolve and adapt. And I mean, that's all you can do as the algorithm changes, as you learn and grow and just kind of see what works. And yeah, you mentioned another channel. Yeah, I'm starting an NFL channel. We're going to test that and just see how that goes as well. So I wish you nothing but the best. If you ever have any questions or want to collab in the future, just let me know. I'll be down.
Yeah, definitely. And if you ever just want to talk YouTube analytics,
Heck
I'm
yeah.
I'm always down. I love just talking, even people who don't do sports YouTube, but just
Yep.
other, YouTube. I'm always talking people about the YouTube game.
Love it. Well, thanks again for your time. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll be in touch.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care. Yo, everybody, thanks for hanging out. Where is my chat? Yeah, unfortunate, Lauren's camera overheated, but it's funny when it overheated, I was like, does she have a Sony camera? Because some of the Sonys are kind of notorious for overheating. I had an older Sony that overheats sometimes when you have it on for too long, and you got to finagle with the high battery settings, but even then they'll still overheat. So this Sony that I have thankfully doesn't, or we would have issues because I live stream forever. But how the heck are you guys doing, man? Kay Wayne's in here, Brand, Terry, Jennifer. Memphis barbecue is okay. I'll be the cheap guy smoking in the parking lot. Smoking in the parking lot. Tybris, appreciate that. You said good live chat call. I remember rating her channel during one of the games. Yeah, we did. During one of the playoff games, I think we rated her channel. Dakota, thanks so much for hanging out, man. Glad you were here. Do you two use the same shorts producer? I don't think so, because I do my own. So, but yeah, her shorts, I need to go watch some more of them because they're really doing numbers. I'm happy for her. Yeah, when I started introducing shorts, I mean, they've helped really grow the channel as well. I don't even know what yeah, I mean, they've really helped grow the channel. So it's kind of like I'm always experimenting with multiple things: live streams, daily videos, or like posted videos, updates, premieres, shorts, just trying to always testing and always seeing how the algorithm's moving and changing. Somebody needs to Photoshop your beard onto Lauren and then put your hair on Cole. Oh no. Nuh-uh. Goal next year to fly out to KC for a football game. Hey, let's go, Tay. You got to. You have the same cyclical structure. Oh, I need to watch some more of her shorts and see. But no, I mean, she's probably doing her due diligence on studying like shorts trends and algorithm and stuff like that. I mean, I kind of do the same thing. I basically go to bed listening to podcasts about the YouTube algorithm, and I wake up and listen to podcasts about the YouTube algorithm. So I'm kind of nerdy like that. I'm always studying all the behind the scenes stuff. When's the NFL draft? April 27th, 28th, 29th? Like those 3 days right there. Yeah. You need to go to a home game one day. Brand, you've never been? You got to. You got to. Where's those hot sauce people we rated? I don't know. Those guys are freaking crazy. What's up, Skylar? How you doing, man? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the just the bonus. Lauren confirmed like last night, I think, that today would work for her. So I was a little late in scheduling the live stream because, Troy, you want to say what up? Because we got Troy here.
What's good?
So Troy is a good buddy of mine. We've been friends for quite a while, made music together, and he is now here editing. So,
Yes, sir.
so he's a Vikings fan, so don't hate him too much.
Yeah.
But he has been growing in his YouTube craft, and he's going to help with the NFL channel updates, YouTube shorts. He's been editing a few of the YouTube shorts. I don't know. What else? You like coffee.
Love coffee.
And you don't mind the Chiefs, even though you're a Vikings fan.
No, man, because I lived in KC for like 7 years. So I kind of adopted the Chiefs as like my number 2 team. But unfortunately for me, I'm a Vikings fan at heart, man. Always will be. So, Skull, baby.
But you're from Minnesota, so
Yeah,
it's not like
No.
you're
From
not
Minnesota.
some random bandwagon fan.
Right.
I don't know why
I don't know who
people would want to be bandwagon
Yeah.
fans of the Vikings.
Yeah, no.
Terry, thanks so much for the 10 bomb. But yeah, so it's been a little crazy because Troy drove from Minnesota, and I'm training him all week, and we're just getting the ball rolling. So I'm going to get off this live stream actually, and we're going to get back to getting everything prepped and ready for him. And I'm just excited for this next season, like literally the next football season, but just this next season of expanding and growth, starting this next channel. So this was not planned to bring Troy in to say what up, but yeah, Troy's going to be here all week. He won't be here tomorrow night, but he'll be here Friday afternoon for the Red Friday Q&A. Terry, thanks for the 10, and then Brand with the 5 gifted. Yo, let's go, man. I appreciate that. Hopefully I will show up at the Chiefs game this year. Either it's a home game or away. Angelo, let's go. Yo, Trees is in here. Skylar Peak. Oh, dang, why is this so big? Maybe I'll invite you in on the Friday Q&A. I have a second mic. We could pull it up. It's right there.
And go get it.
How long did it take you to get all the equipment that you have to get where you are now? I'm actually in the process of learning videography. Oh, it's taken years, man. It's all expensive, and it's taken years of accumulating stuff. Yeah, so much investment and money. Just when I first started out videography, I made like 30 or 40,000 that year on the side. I was working my day job, and I put like all that money, not all of it, but almost all of it into gear, computer, RAID. I mean, a MacBook Pro was like $5,000, a RAID $2,000-3,000, a camera $3,500, lens $2,000. And then you get 2 cameras for backup, multiple lenses. It's so expensive.
Crazy.
Yo, Terry with a 5 bomb. Let's go. What are you editing right now, Troy?
I'm working on a short about LeJerry Sneed.
Let's go.
Pretty
Let's
dope.
go.
Almost done.
Troy is used to scraping inches of ice off his car due to being from Minnesota. Yes.
Bro. So to usher in the month of April, it was like,
Here, you
what,
wanna sneak a step
75? It was like 75 in KC. And me and my wife were just driving down, and we just got like 5-6 inches of snow. Just brutal.
Like just now?
Yeah, like
Oh, I didn't
just
even know it.
yeah. So it never ends, man. We got like 6 months of winter basically. So, and we're very tortured as sports fans there too. So, can't catch a break, man.
I'll never forget texting you after the Minnesota Miracle. And
I cried, bro. I legit cried, dude. I like hugged my brother, and it was like our pinnacle, dude, of our sports lives.
Yo, thanks so much for the gifteds, everybody. Cheers.
Let's go. All right.
Goodbye.
We'll finish it short. Let's get it.
Me and Troy have been friends for years, so it's so funny. He comes in today, he's like, "Hey, boss." I'm like, that's a weird thing to say. But yeah, Troy's really hungry, loves YouTube. He's like creative writer, good at scripting. So I'm excited to kind of get the ball rolling. I've needed to hire somebody for like months, and Jack has helped me with that with some of the shorts, but I needed somebody on hand kind of more regularly during the day so we can really pump out this content. So I'm super excited about it, and hope you guys enjoyed the convo with Lauren. It was a little extra. We'll go live again Tuesday night, and I think I'll schedule it if it's confirmed, but I think I'm going to go live Wednesday night with Ryan Tracy of RGR. He's available Wednesday night. We're going to talk Chiefs offseason moves. We're going to talk Chiefs draft. He's got his athletic matrix, a draft guide about to come out, so we're going to talk about all that. I already told you guys this offseason we're going to bring in people who know a lot more than I do about the draft and stuff like that, just to kind of as things get closer, the draft gets closer, get continued thoughts and different perspectives about the draft. And I've got some draft content that I'm working on myself. But dude, the draft is a beast in and of itself, and yeah, it's a lot. So I don't know how people do it, because there's so many guys and that you have to study, and then the Chiefs could maybe take 4 of the 200 you study. It's so much. Yo, James, thanks for the 2. He said, I miss the snow. You don't have snow in Colorado, or where do you live? I should probably know, because I just sent you a jersey. Brent, thanks so much for the 2, man. Is Troy a Twins fan? Are you a Twins fan?
Not really.
Okay, he said not really.
Mostly basketball and football, so Wolves and Vikes.
Wolves and Vikes, not Twins. Is the free agent over yet? No, you can still, free agency's still in swing. You can make moves and all that good stuff. You've been in Florida the last 20 years. Oh, okay. Dang. Yeah, Brand said, we'll have great draft stuff for you guys on draft weekend. Oh, yeah, we're going to have so much draft content, it's not even funny. Thank you so much, Brent, for the 2-bomb, and I'm glad you enjoy the channel and the content. Appreciate that a ton. The Royals will fall like 15 games below 500 and then play 500 baseball the rest of the year. Yeah, I don't really watch any other sport other than football, but I always root for the teams in the city, so I always wish the Royals well. But yeah, I heard it's been a little stressful so far. Did you have a Suna? What's a Suna? A Suna Matata? Okay, that was horrible. I don't even know what that... What's a Suna? S-U-N-A? I don't know what that means. But anyway, appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. I got to get off, keep training, eat some lunch, and we'll be back for the Tuesday night Q&A. If possible, I'm going to drop a video today as well that I need to start on. We'll see. Dude, news is really slow right now, so we're just kind of waiting, looking, and kind of seeing what the Chiefs are doing. So we'll definitely see about that. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out. And until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go.
How about those Chiefs?